Oh, wrong way. Hey guys, hope you're all doing okay this morning. Whether you're joining us as a swimmer from Guildford, whether you're a swimmer from another club, whether you're a parent, or whether you're just watching for something to do on Monday morning in light of everything that's going on, you're gonna have to forgive my camera work. It's a little bit amateur. My girlfriend's gonna hopefully move it around a little bit as and when, so the cat doesn't get in my way. And I guess we'll get going in just to see about 9 people watching. I'll maybe give it like another 30 seconds or so. Comments are switched on, so if you want to give us any feedback or have any suggestions about what you think you'd like to see us doing as we go through these videos, by all means give us a shout, post it. This is absolutely going to be a living, breathing process for all of us, guys, and I know that I've certainly stolen quite a bit of inspiration from our younger swimmers in my time at Guildford. Like a lot of the best games that we use in land training have definitely come from them and the rules they create for it, and I think we can definitely take some of that into these videos as well. And don't worry, the ums go away as the videos get going. I'm just not great at small talk. I'm just going to see if that changes the lighting at all. Oh, that's much better. Okay. Morning, Amelia. How are you doing today? Okay, 44. The last video is at over 1,000 views already. It's quite... I'm guessing a lot of that will be from the news of me hitting... Morning, Morgan in the UK. Finley, how are you? Yeah. I think word will have spread about me jumping up during a burpee, hitting the lamp. So hopefully you lot won't be as fortunate and my coordination will have improved vastly. To begin with, glad to hear it, Laura. You and me both. Lee and Sam, wow. Morning, Reynolds family, how are you? Jenna back for round 2. I have got the template in front of me. So very quickly, just to get us going, I thought I'd run through it because I've had a couple of questions and the parents have had some great questions. To begin with, just so we're all on the same page, and then I'm going to shut up and get on with it. And then I'll maybe go through some other bits, depending on whether you have adaptations you want made. Morning, Lexi, Holly and Will and Bella. I will try and shout you out. If you're all going to be famous, hopefully for the right reasons. And again, with that being said, when we go over the challenges, you guys absolutely, we're welcoming you to join us and sharing what you've done. I know there's been some fantastic challenges done over the weekend on Twitter. Tegan and Connie done a great job with the fins challenge. Ryan has challenged me to do the bog roll one, so I'm going to try and throw that in. Actually, can you keep my toilet roll? Yeah. So yeah, thank you. Just so I don't forget, or he will be livid. And the last thing I want to do is upset Ryan Stein.
Don't lose it. You have a lot right now.
Yeah, right. It's a goal. I can't believe there's a toilet roll shortage and we're wasting it on playing keepy ups. But anything to keep us sane at the moment. Anyway, so weekly schedule. I'm gonna turn it away from me for a little bit. 81 people. Wow. Yeah, so weekly schedule. This is, I know a lot of you've got school schedules, which is fantastic. This was just a very rough draft of what we might suggest you want to do in terms of the timing of these sessions. Feel free to amend it and change it. Tell us what you think would be better. It's just something to get the ball rolling. The bodyweight sessions, so you've got 6 sessions there, 1 a day and then a repeat. So each day of the week we'll go through 1 session. Week on week we'll make it a bit more challenging. If you think it's too easy already, then we'll change it. I know a lot of you are working at reps and times higher than this. We're just conscious about the aerobic work, which I'll go over now. I'll run through the self-massage to begin with, run through a session with you. Good morning, Troy Burton. How are you? Then at the end, if there's any alternatives, so I managed to swipe some bits and pieces. For the younger squads, we definitely recommend just sticking to the body weight if you're not used to doing this sort of stuff. The table is actually going to be what I suggest for doing any rowing work. So, again, any questions at all, guys, you want to ask us, we are going to be working full time around the clock just to make sure that we're giving you as much value as we can during this time. So the aerobic stuff, I've had people asking whether we're expecting them to do 12 sessions, and I don't want to discourage anyone from working hard, but the intention with the sessions was that you do one a day, depending on which modality. There's another for you. Which modality suits you and what is available to you. So if you have a bike at home, fantastic, and want to do the cycling one, do one a day and then rotate through them. Good morning, Freya and Arton. And lost my train of thought. Cycling, yeah. Go through the cycling one. The best effort stuff, I'm not sure. I'm going to be running a little bit blind to begin with on what we're all capable of. Hence the community engagement. The better you do with recording your times and letting us know how you're getting on, the more effective we can make this program, the more engaging we can make it, the more we can change little bits and pieces just to help you get the most out of it. And to be fair, guys, you're all going to be doing pretty similar work to what the older guys are doing. We've just made it a little bit more age appropriate. So, for example, the sprint session, you've got it broken down into more rounds, you've got longer rest in between. Just means you can be that little bit more competitive. So, same with the running one. Again, you've got a best effort 5K, and then some repeat sprints on session 4. The bits in between, you can see it's all meter dependent. Tell us how hard you're finding them. Morning, Rex and Nancy. Who else have I missed anyone? Nope. The trunk stuff, we're just saying, chuck that on at the end, top it up a little bit. It's a menu. So a little bit like some of the pre-pull. Pick some exercises according to these. So 2 sets, 30 seconds for each one, 60 seconds in between, and then week on week. That's just a suggestion. I may amend that depending on what people are recommending. I would just maybe suggest you don't pick ones that you've already done if it was on the body weight for that day. Morning, Laura. Rowing. So some people have Concept 2 rowers at home, which is fantastic. I know the earlies have one in their house, and they are definitely the best way to go. However, we are absolutely not telling everyone they have to go out and spend $2,000 on a rowing machine. There's definitely a lot of value to be had in just practicing some bodyweight training, some bodyweight control work. That brings us on to the challenges. These are things that we've tied to the club's value system to help us with engagement, try and make it more of an inter-club challenge. It's going to be a long time before anyone gets to compete. I know how competitive you all are at heart. And we thought this might be a great way to sort of help build that structure into your day, but also just keep you in contact with us and with each other. So I've named each challenge after one of our values, and then day 7 is just called values. Something else already. I'm glad to hear it, and so is Lottie. So responsibility. So for example, after the bodyweight session today, if you wanted to go and do 5 reps, and you would start on 5 in the center, 5 side jumps, 5 up downs, 5 sky crunches, then go again on 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, all the way down to 1. Time yourself, have a 5-minute break, and go again and try and see if you can do it any better. With this as well, just make sure that you are hashtagging the club, maybe hashtag your squad as well. So it would be hashtag GCSC, hashtag regs, hashtag responsibility. And then that way we can make a leaderboard. And I may have thrown myself under the bus a little bit on Friday night, but I said we will be keeping leaderboards, and I may try and find some sort of reward for the best boy and best girl in each squad. Just give it a little bit more motivation. Good morning, Charlie. Hope you're well today. Again, any questions, any feedback, just let us know in the comments on here. Email your squad coach, email Lee, or email myself. And by all means, we'll give full credit if you come up with a great idea. Again, feeding on the imaginations of all the swimmers in our club is definitely the best way for us to move forward as a team and stay together as a community, I guess. So we'll get going then. I'm going to do little bits of explanations at the end of each session. Just make sure that we're on the same page. Well, for the time being, Oh, it doesn't like being rotated. Hopefully the production value of these videos is going to increase as time goes on. There you go. No, that was going the right way, isn't it? Okay. Amateur, guys. Absolute amateur. Alright. So, preparation. A little bit to put in. The big issue with what we're doing now, guys, is if you're not used to doing as much land work out of the pool as some of the other ones, you're going to have to focus on the movement preparation bits a little bit more, just to make sure that if you're running every day, that you can recover. Obviously, running puts a lot more load on your body than swimming through your joints. You have to make sure that you stay in one piece so that you can keep participating. So we're just going to go through some foam rolling bits. So you do about 30 seconds on each body part, starting with your quads. You set yourself up, hands and knees on the ground, roll out your knee, just like you're going to do Superman, drop into a forearm plank type position, and imagine that the foam roll is covered in paint and you are trying to paint your whole leg as you go through. Turn it side to side. If you're feeling really up to a challenge, try and take all your body off the ground and go backwards and forwards. Bend your knee. Then hamstrings, very similar thing. If it's not very high off the floor, you have to set yourself up like you're doing dips. Cross your legs, pull yourself down. If you find any sticky bits as you're trying to colour in your hamstring, paint your hamstring, stick on it, bend your knee, try and squeeze and relax. And hopefully I'm not covering too much new ground here for some of you, but other squads that I don't get to see so often, absolutely feel free to get in touch. If you really want to challenge yourself, just pull it into your leg and try and straighten your leg on top of it. Again, guys, I spend more time in the gym than I do on deck doing training, and so this is going to be just as much fun for me as it is for you. Okay, make sure you get both sides. And really make sure you try and rotate. Turn your foot around as you go. Nice big circles. Go the other way. Inside your leg, especially breaststrokers, so body weight off the ground. Just make sure you're colouring in every part of the muscle so everything gets warmed up nice and evenly. Get the blood pumping, ready to go. Lats, same thing, set yourself up like you're going to do a side plank. Relax, flop yourself onto the roller there. Use your other hand and make sure it's doing all the pulling. So up and down, hand off the ground, turn and look at the ceiling. Colour it all in nice and evenly, and then just make sure you're turning your thumb up and down, that you're giving a big thumbs up or a thumbs down. Hopefully we'll get quite a few thumbs up in the video without any bloopers this time.
Oh, you've already shown my face, so.
On this one as well?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry. Yep, nice sides, both sides nice and even. Hopefully I don't cut my head off during this video as well. Again, hopefully production value is something that I can build up as time goes on. So then, warm-up wise, I'm going to go through the warm. You've got the sheet in front of you, so hopefully you'll know everything that's on there. For those that don't, I'm going to go through the walkout series as well as what's on the sheet. So, depending whether you're indoors or outdoors, I'm going to annoy the neighbours. Power goes up and down on the spot, jogging on the spot. Make sure you can't see me. High knees, mix it up a little bit.
We've got a question. What happens if you don't have that equipment?
Hopefully, or the foam roller, any equipment at all, I find that, if I can do this once, I'm going to talk to make the warm up harder. It's a little bit more of a process I go through for more familiar older athletes, but you can just use your hands. So if you're doing quadricep stuff, you can use one hand, push your thumb in, and again just try and cover your whole leg. And as you bend and straighten and bend your knee, you should start to feel something going on. Again, guys, there's loads of different ways to skin a cat on this one. So if you want to mix it up a little bit, make sure you're doing 1 minute. couple of 1 minute rounds. Matt's one in particular, very familiar with how many different drills I'll throw at them, but just for today I'm going to keep it nice and simple. Just a bit of jogging, that was a demonstration. Feel free to challenge yourself. Throw some challenges at me for any aerobic stuff you want to see. 10 glute bridges.
We've got someone asking to draw the curtains, they can't see you.
Okay.
There you go, hope that's better, guys.
Okay. Not being able to see might be a bit of an advantage for some of you in some regards. So glute bridges, the Guildford way. So everyone at Guildford doesn't need to be doing this, flat feet. It's not challenging enough. You need your heels out nice and far in front of you, toes up off the ground, arms across your chest, big squeeze at the top. Don't touch the ground in between, come up nice and fast. Guys in Steve's squad love to yell bang on poolside. So like 3, 2, 1, bang! Up and down. It's going to go through 10 of those. You're going to make sure that your arms are up. You can do this if you want. Just make sure that you're not pushing yourself up off the ground. And you can definitely change leg position if you want. If you come back here, you should be able to push through your hips a little bit more. So make sure you keep your tummy nice and tight so you don't go and stick your stomach up.
Jordan, we've got a question. Where do you get the sheets from that you're referring to?
So your squad leads should have sent these out over the weekend. If they haven't, just give them a shout, give me a shout, or email Lee, we'll get them out to you. Hip swings, same as anything else really. If you haven't got a partner, like you would do on deck, forwards and backwards. Again, spatial awareness, not my strong suit. As you're going through 10 of each side, you want to make sure you keep your lower back nice and tight, so you're not doing this, releasing your stomach, pushing it forward. I'm going to blame my shorts for the lack of range of motion. And then side to side. Again, I'm trying to deliberately do it without holding on to anything, just to show you how you can do it if you don't have a wall nearby. If you're doing it outside, if you're down the park doing it, for example. Then IYTWs. So again, younger squads, IYTs everybody knows. Go down, up. But again, new thing with Guildford is you want to make sure that you're moving your shoulder blades as much as you can. So we're going to go up into I, streamline, pull down, sort of like a chicken motion. Pull your elbows in nice and tight, up into a Y, out into a T. You go through 10 times. Try to get as much movement, so you should be able to push your fingers down your shoulder blade like that. So rather than just getting your fingers to the ceiling, like we used to tell you, nice big old stretch in your back. Again, just help with range of motion through your upper back. Try and work on that stroke length. I'm really liking the water this morning. A big part of the warm-ups, guys, as much as it's an opportunity to talk to each other, is just to make sure that you're giving yourself, kicking the tires almost. See how you feel on the day. If it feels different day to day, you can then do some other bits and pieces in between. Reverse lunge. So we're going to go 10 on one leg. You want to challenge yourself, try and do a dip and drive. So again, not too far forward.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Up. Nice solid posture. And then 10 on the other side. I'm definitely starting to warm up as the morning's gone on. And shoulder rolls. So, same as normal. I'm going to kneel down so I don't smack anything. Couple forward. 10 is almost a guideline for these warm-ups, guys. If you want to do a little bit more, I'm a little bit older than you. I'm turning 30 on Monday last week. So I'm just going to take a little bit more time to make sure that I'm ready to go. Warm-ups can be a little bit of a ticking exercise. But genuinely, the more you get your heart rate up, the more limber you are, the quicker you recover and the better you'll perform, right? Anyway, upper body. So Monday morning, we've got upper body circuit number 1. So we're going to go through 3 rounds of 30 seconds of each one. I'm just going to keep my gob shut this time. Go through it, blooper free. And I'm going to invite you all to do it with me and see how we feel afterwards. So, I need a clock on the wall. Or you got a time for me? There you go. Absolutely, guys. So much simpler. You're going to have someone to do it with. You know, parents as well. You're not getting away with this. You've got swimmers with you. So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Focus on quality of movement as well. If you need to drop onto your knees to keep it going, so that your back doesn't round, absolutely do that. Okay, relax, moving straight into the next one. We've got sky crunches. So feet on the wall. Without killing your legs up. Oh. Okay, moving on. Inverted row. So this is where you might need your parents to help you out. If you don't have parents, grab a table. So parents, obviously, lie on your back, one hand each, pull yourself up. Okay, inverted row into shoulder taps. So hands and feet on the floor, telephone has a plank. Okay, then dips. So again, younger ones, if you want to make it a bit easier, bend your knees, hands on the side of the table. And burpees to finish off.
Your favourite?
Oh, right. Not today. Not today, like.
That's the light that got him earlier.
Okay, burpees then. 2, 1. And rest. So you get a 2-minute break. Cat's fuming, by the way.
We're disturbing her sleep.
So make sure you don't disturb anyone while you're doing your session. Just gonna catch your breath, have a quick drink. Make sure you take on water during the sessions, guys.
So just replying to your message, Susanna. Yep, Lee has replied to your previous comment. If you have a little look at his reply, it says that if you didn't have them, please email him directly and he will send them out. He's tagged you in the reply, so you'll have his email there.
Thank you. So yeah, like I said, bodyweight training for me. New adventure for us going together. So round number 2, guys. Hopefully you've got an idea of where to go from here. I'm going to go through a couple of alternatives with you in the next round. So as we go through, I'm going to do it a little bit differently, but to try and talk you through the hows and whys. If you want to crack on, just crack on. So 3, 2, 1. Off we go again. So push-ups, like I said, much better to be on your knees, control down, relax, come back up to the top. And just go fall down like no, slow motion, fall down to the ground. Relax yourself. Keep your core tight. Down again. Or what's a little bit more fun, relax, hands underneath, knees on the ground. Push up if you can, then just go down. Because what you're going to teach yourself, deep breath, is how to push and keep your core tight. That's the main thing you want to work on. Okay, sky crunches. Again, if you're struggling with sky crunches, crunch, hands by your ears. Just make sure you don't have your hands behind your head and pull like a nodding dog. You're going to be using your core to pull yourself up nice and gradual. Hold at the top to challenge yourself and go back down. Number 3, you've got inverted row. So this one's a little bit tougher. If you haven't got anything tall to take that with, fill your school bag up with books, bend over row. So again, I'm using a medicine ball because I happen to have it here. But if you don't, grab your bag, one hand if you want, give that a try, and make sure your back stays straight the whole time. I'll explain more in the next one. Shoulder taps. To make this easier, do what I did in the video. Nice wide feet, hands really close together. Take time in between. For every single rep on this, guys, the way that your body position sits is crucial beyond anything else. If you want to make it harder, narrow feet, wide hands. So make sure that you don't do that like a rocking horse. Dips, like we said before. I'll put the table away now. Use a foam roller if you've got one. Bent knees. Or the chair, anything you want. Just bend your knees, make sure your back stays nice and straight. I think mine rounded on a couple of them. If that happens, just don't go all the way down. Go as low as you can and push back up. Burpees, not really any way around that, is there?
Nope.
So what you could do is make it more of a game. So if you've got someone to go with, see who jumps the highest, get someone to say, take your marks, go, like this. So,
take your marks, go.
Better than the last one.
Yeah.
To see who jumps the highest, go back to back, like we've done in previous line training sessions. Okay, and that takes you up to the end of round 2. So.
You've got Vicky saying, great session, thank you for putting these on.
My pleasure, Vicky. Like we said, it's a good way for me a good reason for me to get out of bed. I know a lot of the kids have got school to try and crack on with. People have asked us about the timing of the virtual session, and we appreciate it. Like my daughter's 9 o'clock start. Some people are 8:30. If we think we want to do the sessions earlier, I don't have a problem doing that. If you want to watch it live for the motivation, if you're happy just to crack on, if you look at the schedule at the start of the sheet, guys, those are just recommendations. So maybe you want to fit the session in during your lunch break, during your morning break. Maybe you want to do the challenge later on. Maybe you want to do that first and do this later on in the evening. It's completely up to you. We're just here to help sort of guide you through trying to figure out your new routine.
So while Jordan catches his breath, if you've got any more questions, put them on now so I can read them out. We've got a comment from, is it Lee? Please slow down and give the kids a chance to do each exercise. I believe these are just examples to show you exactly how to do them. You can follow along if you wish, but these are just giving you the tools to know how you're supposed to do them when you're following the routine.
I think that's round 3 is going to be slower anyway. It's just so I can, like I said, I can catch my breath a little bit. You've got about 20 seconds till the start of round 3 if you are following along. And like I say, round 3, I'm going to slow it down to show you what, if you're really struggling, really just trying to get your head around how to do these routines, what it would look like. Well, I don't want people to think that when we say 30 seconds of press ups, you've got to be nailing 100 high quality press ups during this 30 seconds. So, 3, 2, 1, go. So 30 seconds. It's nice and slow and controlled. So that's almost 10 seconds per push up. Again, if you've got a parent that can watch you and go with you, support you, just makes it that much more fun and engaging.
Nicola said you're doing brilliantly, Jordan. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nicola. As you can tell, I do very much need the encouragement just as much as the kids do. But again, it's really helpful to know that I've got people watching and supporting too.
And so, Susanna, give me 1 second and I'll read out the email. So it's lee.spindw@gcsc.co.uk. Hope that helps.
So go nice and slow, hold at the top, get your tummy really tight. You're trying to bunch it up like you're a little hedgehog. Get it nice and tight in there. Down nice and slow. So that was only a couple of them, but you get a really big squeeze, some good high quality work done, actually getting nice and tight on those tumble turns. Okay, inverted row. So again, just to break down a little bit more what I was trying to explain. If you're carrying on, that's great. If you have a bucket instead, so like a laundry bucket thing, you know, it's not gonna stand up tall, shove your bum back, sort of like the flat back position that some squads have probably practiced when you go into the blocks. If you find that easier, not an issue at all. Set your feet, take your marks, stop about halfway, don't have to go all the way down. Box that straight, try and pull it into your belly button, down nice and slow. Just going to get a nice big squeeze on your back muscles like when you do IYTs. Okay, and again, I will re-explain absolutely as many times as people want me to. This isn't like a one-shot deal. Shoulder taps. Again, if no alternative really, you could change the rotation plank. So the point of it, you're trying to stop your body from turning. So the next step from that, I guess, would be to control the rotation. So you can go shoulder tap into rotation, so hand off. Really pulling, kind of like a log roll. Down nice and slow. Wait. Hand off the floor. Or you just do a single arm plank. Nice and really wide feet. This is going to be quite challenging to not rock the body. Hopefully that makes a bit more sense. Dips. Again, I would just get your table out. Don't know where the cat left, but it did. Again, just make absolutely sure, guys, if you're going to use coffee tables and whatnot, you've got parents' permission. Don't jump up and down and stuff like I'm going to. Really big bend in the knees. And just really start small. And as low as you can. If you start to drop, just relax. And if you just do a really good job of going down nice and controlled, that'll eventually help you a lot more than just carrying on, trying to get the work done in time, and make you a much stronger, more robust athlete and a happier, healthier person. That's, for me, probably a more important thing for everyone at the minute. And burpees, like we said, turn it into more of a game. I know some of the younger ones love it when we do the whole plank position, eyes closed. Another option is for you to lie on your back, legs straight, nice and relaxed, palms down, and then for someone to just yell go.
Go.
And try and get up before the person next to you. It's always worth a laugh. Do that for 30 seconds, see who gets the most wins. And then what we've done before is then the winner gets to make the loser do 10 repetitions of whatever they want. But not ankle taps, it's too easy. People are too nice. We want to make it challenging so that we see who does best. Any more questions?
No questions, but we've got Steve Thorpe saying, thank you so much, this is excellent.
Oh, thank you very much, Steve. Like I said, any feedback you want to give, greatly appreciate it. Whether it's good or bad, we're going to do our best for you all over the next however long it's going to be. But we're always here on the other end of the phone or wherever it is. Okay, so hopefully that's taken you through 3 rounds. Like I said, we're going to go nice and easy into this, start building our new routine. The most important thing now is to cool down. Like I said, if you're doing a ton of bodyweight stuff anyway, which I know we are around swimming, land training has always been written to sort of help you with what you're about to do in the water, to help you adapt to what you just did, having been in the water. But now that you haven't got that in your day-to-day, some of this might take a bigger toll than what you're used to. So be really clever about how much you do. We're going to really take our time with this. Obviously, we want to make sure that no one loses all their fitness overnight. But I promise you, by doing something, following the guidance that we've set out for you, that you won't see that massive decline as sharply as if you really, really go for it today, and then you're too sore to do anything tomorrow, and it'll really discourage you.
So Mari has just put, thank you, Lexi has had a great time. I've tweeted pictures of her and put them on Facebook.
Oh, thank you so much, guys. That's right, I'm really, if I've got Lexi to chase while I'm trying to do all the time, I really might be in trouble. So by all means, if you want to leave from the front, that's great to hear. So with that then, cool down. So with the cool down, you can almost just reverse the warm up a little bit. Use the foam roller, the normal stretching routine we go through. Again, cool downs is as much about routine as anything else. So what we normally do, quad stretch, grab your ankle, make sure your hips and knee are in line. Don't want any of that. Takes the stretch away from your hip flexors and quad. What you want to do is actually try and shove your hips forward. So if you were on poolside, guys, facing the gallery, I would normally try and say push your hips forward in that direction, or just squeeze your hips like you are finishing a glute bridge. Just makes it a little bit tougher. But tough is my whole head in the video, or my headless.
No, you're pretty much all in.
Again.
You got a lot of thanks coming in from people.
So again, 30 seconds. Have a chat if you want, like we always say, during your normal land training. But really make sure that you're getting a nice big stretch in the muscle that you're trying to work. It'll have a bigger impact and help you recover that much faster. Especially if you're going to try and do today's challenge later on. So then hamstring, which we've now made a point as a club of getting you all to focus, especially mat squad. I've been showing it to every squad that I work with. The sprinter block stretch. I did wash my hands before I did this, so I was worried about the hand touching, the face touching. So set yourself up like you're going to be on the blocks. It's really important you keep your back flat. So other foot in line with the first knee, hands on the floor. Slowly lift yourself up until your back starts to round. Get someone to tell you when it happens if you need to. And just hold it there. So again, make sure it sort of replicates, so you wouldn't have a block that wide, you'd fall off. Nice and close. If your back rounds, just drop down a little bit. Focus on each hamstring for the amount of time that you think you need, between 30 and 60.
You're getting a lot of thank yous coming through.
Oh man, I'm really glad to hear it. Again, for those that have seen me around on poolside, I'm definitely not as miserable as I look sometimes. I like to think I'm pretty approachable, so if you've ever got, especially strength and conditioning wise, like I know like every one of you grew up around water, in water, and it's all happy you ever want to talk about all the time. It's the same for me and land training, strength and conditioning, but obviously in the context of trying to help you guys enjoy what you want to do for as long as you possibly can. And if you win things off the back of that, that's just an extra bonus, isn't it really? And again, That goes for anybody around the community, parents, swimmers, other clubs, doesn't matter.
Rachel Bennett, thank you for the suggestion. I will pass that on afterwards and we'll see how we can adapt that in.
Cool, glad to hear it, Rachel. Hopefully it's there's some bits and pieces you can take away from all this. Hinge thingy, so Cantier will remember when I started bringing in this one. So, bit like a Romanian deadlift, knee and toes in line, straight back. And my understanding of the camera setup just not what it should be. So again, pushing hips forward, stretches out your groin. So if you want to do this one, very good. Especially for breaststrokers, anyone really. But in terms of looking at it, if you end up feeling that you've got little knee niggles now and again of the hard breaststroke sets, this can be quite helpful for just really relaxing those muscles. Other side then. If you want to make it a little bit harder, turn your toes up towards the ceiling. You might find it's a little bit more challenging, and if it is, that's completely fine. Just hands on the floor, straight back. Say that, talk to your parents, talk to yourselves, on your phones obviously, not in person if you're not there, until it feels a bit more comfortable. Just sink down a little bit more, come back up. Again, do it for maybe 6 to 10 times. Do it for 30 seconds. Just make sure it's consistent, so you can feel out. You know, does one side need a bit more time and attention than the other one?
Does anyone have any questions they want to send through just whilst Jordan's doing this? And I will read them out.
Okay. Iron cross. Arms up to the side. Left leg across the right. So this one's a bit varied, guys. Make sure no matter what, your shoulders are flat on the ground. Spread out. So obviously I've got quite tight hips because my knee's not hitting the ground. That's a good way to see which one you need the most. So I can go straight leg. You might feel it a bit more on your back. If you want to stretch your hips more, use a free hand. Pull it down. Or pull the knee up towards the opposite shoulder. Well, I'm doing a lot of talking, just to try and fill you in. I will be repeating some of these bits and pieces just to guide you through them. Day one, I thought we'll just get everyone into the habit of understanding what you can do for warm-ups and cool-downs, just to make it a little bit different. Hopefully by the end of it, you should just feel a little bit more relaxed than you did when you walked in. Okay, lats, a couple of options here. The one you all know and love is this one. So you almost want to keep your back straight in the middle and then turn it into like a candy cane or a J shape. So like your head comes out to the side. You want to make it harder. Creep your fingers off away from your knees diagonally. Your other option, kneeling up into streamline. Again, try and keep your belly button in line with your chest, just in line with the ceiling, between your hips. And then reach off. So you're trying to get your left shoulder over to the right side, so it's kind of over that belly button, without revealing your midriff. Stay in streamline, make sure that you don't sort of sit back, sit forward, nice and tall, and then same to the other side. So, I got all my fingers in the shot. So. And then chest. So if you had a foam roller, you could do a lie on the floor, chest on the edge. With just your arm up over your head and pull down. Or the one that everybody knows is to find find a door frame, or a wall, nice and tall, and turn like the other door frame actually. So hand up over your head, elbow above shoulder, nice tight core. You're just going to slowly start to breathe in and out, big deep breaths. And you see if you can get your chest in front of your elbow. And you can change your position there. A little higher up. And just see if you sink. If you start to feel yourself falling down really slowly, then hopefully you're starting to relax a little bit. And we'll leave it there for now. It's 1:45. It's all your main muscles covered. I might look at calves tomorrow. Just add in some other bits. Once I dig out my massage ball, I know some of the squads, people are used to foam rollers and balls because they've had to talk to me through necessity. But you know, absolutely happy to teach other people how to use them. Might do if you want. Like just leave in the comments if you want us to do an actual video around that sort of stuff for reference. We can do little bite-sized pieces instead of like a full-on 45-minute video. I'm just going to talk very quickly about the challenge for today. So again, with the aerobic, you pick one to do today. Stick to the guidelines for now. If it says best effort, try and record your time so that you can share it with everybody using today's hashtag, which is responsibility. Or just share it in general. Reach out to your coaches, reach out to me.
So we've got a question. Looking at the sheet now, can you show me what a sky crunch is, please?
Sky crunch, yeah. Let me move laptop. Come on, yeah. The sky crunch. So you're gonna put. Can you see my feet on the?
Yeah.
There. Doesn't matter. You just need your feet. Basically, a sky crunch is a normal streamline sit up, but you've got your feet up on the wall. So there. Off the cheek. Oh, leave it up.
So with this, can your feet be resting against the wall or on the table? Does it matter?
Anything at all. I think if you've got a wall, that works. It might actually be easier for some of you if you put it on the edge. It gives you. I'm gonna kick on my daughter's toes over, so I'm gonna go feet crossed. But ideal situation, guys. Feet flat, side by side. Obviously, for me, that's a bit too close there.
Perfect.
But genuinely, it just means when you put your feet above the rest of your body, it just makes it that little bit more challenging. So, with anything I've written down, don't feel that we're expecting you to be able to pull this off flawlessly.
Okay.
We've written it, we're trying to cover everyone's base for everyone. Start simple, like I've shown you in some of those regressions. If by the end of this week, you're really good at doing crunches, that's fantastic. I'll be really proud of you for making that. That's a very intelligent. When you talk about the values and adaptability and being responsible for your training, it's better for you to recognise that's your gap. And we're definitely going to support everyone as they need to.
So we've got Nicola Matthews just asking, Jordan, which challenge is it today? Is it the responsibility?
It is. Nicola, thank you. So, responsibility on your sheets. It's a little bit different to the older ones, this guys. But responsibility, we've named them after values just to give you an opportunity during the day to think about what this value means for you today, with everything in light of everything that's going on. What can you do to try and make your day a little bit better? And what can you do to try and make the lives of those around you a little bit better? Without being too cheesy about it, whether that just means trying to keep distance to make sure that everyone stays safe and healthy, whether that means keeping your room clean so that you've got somewhere to train, and a little corner of the world that's just for you to help you manage yourself and help keep your families working together happily. So in terms of the challenge, what I'm going to get you to do, why not? Have a time. I'll do one round for you. So you've got to do 5 star jumps, 5 up downs, and 5 sky crunches. You do 5. Then you start right back again. So you do, time yourself, you go like 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5 sky crunches. If you feel like you can't do them, let's do streamline sit-ups. 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you go back round again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat all of that until you do 1 star jump, 1 up down, 1 sky crunch. Stop. Write down the time. 5 minutes off. Do it one more time. Do the whole thing one more time. Try and keep the times even, and then post what you got on either Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook with the hashtag GCSC, hashtag your squad name, and then hashtag responsibility.
So we've got a question from Hayley. Do you have to do all 3 upper body, lower body and core in one session?
No. That's so the way we've programmed it is, again, it might come to the point where you will write sessions that are, we might write a whole body session. I mean, when you're working body weight with no equipment, you're obviously going to be working your whole body anyway. The challenge is about us writing a session that covers you for each part of your day. So today's was upper body. Tomorrow morning's video will be lower body number 1. And then Wednesday, core 1, upper body 2, so on and so forth. Just to try and add a bit of variety. So in terms of muscular development, you're going to get like a holistic whole body change, but it just means that you're not doing the exact same thing again and again. So answer to your question, no, just upper body 1 for today, and then do the aerobic 1 today. And then if you want to do the challenge and share it with the squads, share it with the club, then we strongly recommend that. So technically you'll be doing 3 a day, but very much different. So that tomorrow you should be fresh enough to do the lower body 1 as well. Hopefully that makes sense. Mm-hmm. That's about 10 to now, guys. So unless there's any more questions you have that you want to ask me now, go ahead. If not, say please feel free to contact Lee on his email address, lee.spindler@gcsc.co.uk. Again, you speak to the club through Twitter. I'm really looking forward to seeing some of your results on this, guys. I guess Ryan did challenge me, so I'm going to finish off with my keep you up challenge just to satisfy him, keep him off my back.
No pressure.
Oh jeez. Right. Jeez, Rick. Okay, right. This is going to go straight at the camera. So 3, 2, 1. There you go.
3.
2.
Ish.
2-ish. Okay. So that's it for me today, guys. I really do appreciate you joining us today to go through upper body session number 1. There'll be some other bits and pieces coming out during the week for the foreseeable, just to try and help you stay in touch with us and vice versa. And I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's video. Thank you.
Just a quick thank you to Rachel as well for the really good suggestion. If anyone else has suggestions like that, please feel free to do it either in the live chats or just send them over to Lee or Jordan.